everyone. Welcome to this episode of Kennedy Saves the World. I de-Christmased my home today, which I thought would be met with, like, rowdy applause, and everyone was mad at me because they're like, where's the tree? Where's the stuff? And it's like, the tree was dead. The tree was dead, and I feel like it's a good thing to take things down before the new year. So you start off so you can scrub and exfoliate everything and launch into the new year. I'm joined by the talking ham, Jimmy Failla.
There he is.
You're not the talking ham yet, but we were in your cab for Fox News Saturday Night.
Yes.
And we were talking about, you know, Amateur Hour is starting a fitness program January 1st. That is for amateurs. You know you always do it starting in October. That's why I always try and do a race in December because I'm not going to be a total fatty boom boom. But we agreed that the week between Christmas and New Year's, all bets are off.
Let it go.
Yes.
Okay. Because the truth is, if you're going to be in shape, and if anybody should be giving a lecture on being in shape, it's the guy who looks like he gets paid in pigs in a blanket. Now listen, folks.
But with inflation, I have to say, like,
analysis.
Fox isn't saving a lot of money.
Have you seen the price of Pillsbury Dole these days?
Exactly.
I'm not
Those
working
crescent
cheap here.
rolls aren't paying for
I'm
themselves.
a class gal. I'm a class gal, okay? But the point is, yes, if you're going to be in shape, it's actually a lifestyle. It's not a diet.
No.
A diet is you went out and changed your entire lifestyle for 3 weeks or 2 months, lost a bunch of weight, got compliments, and then gained it back times 4. That's what diets do.
Yeah.
Lifestyle changes, okay, should be implemented, as we said, far before the holidays. So by the time the holidays come, yes, you pull the goalie, but there's still this modicum of restraint that you've taught yourself that will give you some self-awareness. Because if you're just starting January 1st, where everyone else does, in amateur hour, as you said, okay, you are starting a diet. It is a crash diet. Your heart is not in it because college football is on.
Yeah, exactly.
It's cold out.
Yes.
Nobody wants a salad when they're freezing.
No,
you want hot, decadent food.
You want a sourdough bowl with chili in it.
Thank
with
you.
Bacon and cheese and chopped onions on top.
Bang.
Like, that's what your body wants. And I understand that. And so, like, I try and find ways of having delicious food, which, you know, I swap out turkey and Beyond Meat for red meat a lot of times, and you still get the taste and your brain is satisfied.
It's fine.
But,
Turkey chili can hang with any chili.
See, I like turkey chili inside of a baked potato. That, to me, is delightful.
Oh, no. If you take turkey chili on a stripper's breasts, I'm sorry. Wait, is this... What do you mean I'm fired? I thought we were just having a conversation here. What do you... So you get for booking me over the holidays.
The gluttony extends beyond the kitchen for you.
It's just anywhere you want to take it. It's ancient. Again, the week between Christmas and New Year's is supposed to be an Amish rum springer.
Rum springer. Exactly
You're off
right.
the farm,
I'm so glad you said
technology.
that. Because that's what it is.
You're all the Woody Harrelson character in Kingpin. You're the Amish guy that left the farm to go bowling for a week, and you're going to see some things. That's what this week represents. So for that reason, I might have left up your tree another day because some people consider it a bookend. Yeah. But you're well within your rights to start cleaning.
Dead. The tree was dead.
Fine.
I'm mad at the people who sold the tree because we bought it December 1st because the college student was back and was like, it's Christmas. I want food and I want a tree.
I want stuff.
Yeah, just shove it in my face. And so we got the tree, and I was like, is this going to last? Like, and they were French Canadians. They're like, it will last 4 or 5 weeks. Yes. And I was dressed like this, and a woman came up to me, and she's like, excuse me, but last year I bought a tree, and it didn't fit in our apartment. Can you please help me find another one? And so I'm like walking her around, and she goes, is this a Douglas fir? And I said, oh my God, do you think I work here? And she goes, you don't? And I was like, no.
But that hat you're wearing buys you credibility at any Christmas tree patch in America. Anyone.
And I was wearing the big puffy coat.
And we've had this discussion. The reason you go for the real tree, so people, it's specifically to people who have kids, is because your kids have to know what it's like to go to the Christmas tree patch and interact with someone who's on acid.
Yes.
Okay, you don't learn that just anywhere. You learn it at a Christmas tree patch. Until you get older as a little kid, I had no idea. The guys at most Christmas tree patches are flying. A lot of weed. It's not, not really acid most of the time unless you're where I grew up in Long Island. But they are out to lunch. And it's good practice to communicate with them, and you learn tipping because the guy ties up the tree. You give them, all of that stuff.
So in LA, they don't have this in New York, but in LA, they have the machine where they would put the tree in it and they would shake it. And they would shake all the bad needles out.
We got that on Strong Island.
Oh, man, happening. And they'll charge, like, I actually had to cut out my own kidney and give it to them for payment. because I would have exceeded my daily limit at the ATM.
It's an
4
1800s
times.
trading post. Yeah, you can pay for stuff with pelts and spices.
Don't go anywhere. More Kennedy Saves the World right after this.
I want to add one thing, because this is constructive. To the whole cleaning up the house, getting it ready, this is what I've done in advance of New Year's. We have cleaned the pants off of our house.
Yes.
Normally, you know, you come home on Christmas. We go to my mom's Christmas morning.
Nice.
We open gifts as a family. Then we go to my mom's for, like, the family, you know what I mean?
I love that.
And then we come home to our house, which is usually like FEMA's handing out gift cards to anyone who walks in because it's a wreck. It's a disaster. And we normally just dump all of that stuff in our home and then leave for Ohio. And you come back to, you know, that type of situation. What we did this time so we could hit the ground running is everything is actually clean and in place. So New Year's is just going to happen.
Yeah.
And we're going to ease back into that thing.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not against creating momentum in other ways. If you want to make, you know, Kennedy's Fight Mix 2025, whatever, you got to make your playlists.
Yeah.
Buy your workout clothes if you must.
Yeah.
But if you're going to win the summer, okay, it's just a lifestyle change. Don't look at it as I'm eating yogurt for 3 weeks.
Summer 2025 starts in October 2024.
Of course it does.
1,000%.
But let's be very clear.
It's not going to happen. Like, there's nothing.
Fair.
The older you get, the
Yep.
little magic things that kind of work in your 20s make no purchase in your 40s and 50s.
These are perfect.
At all. Like
perfectly,
you have no shot in hell unless it is like, you have to be like Jerry Maguire. Like, it is an up and down, pride swallowing siege. Like, that's what your fitness has to be.
Fine, and you're making a perfectly valid point, but let's not forget that 90% of the people watching this right now didn't start in October, okay? 50% of this panel didn't start in October.
I know.
But that's the point, guys. You're working long con here.
Yeah, exactly right.
Okay, and we're telling the truth. There was a guy, I think it was Jake Sullivan yesterday, who said, for real, Jake Sullivan,
No,
about
I know
Biden.
exactly what you're saying.
He said the problem is Joe Biden was thinking in longer terms in the
In-
quality of his presidency. He was thinking in
terms of
decades.
decades, yeah.
He's like, but presidencies are measured in 4 years at a time. I'm like, nice try.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that also means, like, I can't nimbly respond to anything that's happening in real time.
Yeah.
I can't respond to anything spontaneously.
No,
I'm not keeping track of societal changes
what he's asking
and the
for-
needs that arise because of that.
What he's asking for is an incomplete.
Yeah.
That's what he's asking for. We know this presidency sucked. However,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I've seen directors do that, okay? When a movie comes out and it's garbage, they try to tell you at the press conference that, no, it's actually a commentary about the upward mobility in third world economies. I know you thought it was Mighty Ducks 3, and Emilio Estevez wasn't in this one, and it didn't have the same
That's
panache.
really funny. Yeah, they try to
But
over-intellectualize
we're really
it.
telling you, yeah. You're like, no, none of that's
it's
true.
gonna soften it.
None of that's true. So I think what we're saying to people is be honest with yourself.
Yes.
Okay, there's a new year ahead. Have some self-awareness. Be honest with yourself.
But see, I like a new year, and I like
Love
the
it.
cleaning.
Love
I
it.
sage my home.
Oh,
I
yeah,
always
you
sage
do.
my home on New Year's Eve. So I go to Whole Foods, I get a thing of sage. It smells like weed. I mean, it's like, I don't smoke weed, but everyone in the world thinks that I smoke weed. So it's like, now at this point, I don't even care. And I sage, I make the sign of the cross, I'm throwing salt. Like, I'm doing everything because I want everything negative to be left in the last year. So the new year, it's like a facial. Your being is exfoliated and ready to
love
heal
this.
and thrive.
Love it. It's actually.
When did I become Oprah's vagina?
Speaking of things they sage, they just didn't hit it out. But this is exponentially funnier if we're doing slapstick, and when you say you sage your home, it's actually sage steel. Yes, she just walks around your house reading old ESPN sports scores, issuing commentary on current events. We sage the house.
Yeah, I asked her about, biological men competing and collegiate women's volleyball.
Sage comes in, goes on
need
a
a few hot
tangent.
takes. Yeah.
She goes into a tangent about the swimmer. I love that.
That's amazing. So, Jimmy, what are your big plans for New Year's Eve? Where can we see you?
Well, I am hosting Jimmy Fallon's All-American Bash on New Year's Eve from 11 to 12.
Nice.
Now, I will concede to viewers of this, okay, that I'll be on there completely sober because it's that, okay? I don't do, you've toured with me, I don't perform well sober. I'm drunk.
I was going to say, wow,
Sorry.
Jim.
So I actually will be appearing before the American people on New Year's Eve sober for the first time in my
Will we
life.
see some of your stand-up?
A bit. A little something. A little something.
Excellent.
But the point is, I'll be there, and then this weekend,
Yep.
I'll be on Fox News Saturday night with you, with a live studio audience.
I can't wait.
It's a hot one.
This is your first live studio audience?
First live audience show, and yes, now I'll be able to open the show doing stand-up and stuff like that. So.
Oh, and now I cannot make the same promise to the American public for Saturday night, but it's okay.
No, bring it.
6 and 1
You're
half
supposed to be drunk. Let's go. Come on.
I was told there'd be beads. Happy New Year, Jim.
Amen.
We'll see you on the other side. This has been Kennedy Saves the World, along with Jimmy Failla. I'm Kennedy.
Listen ad-free with a Fox News Podcast Plus subscription on Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Prime members can listen to this show ad-free on the Amazon Music app.
Oh, go ahead and leave me a review while you're there. I'd love to hear what you have to say. You've been listening to Kennedy Saves the World on the Fox News Podcast Network.